and welcome to Ms. Lala's classroom. Today we're going to go over proportional. So don't confuse proportional with proportional relationship. It's two different things. Proportional means two equal fractions. So A over B equals is equivalent to C over D. So let's look at example number 1 and determine, is this proportional? So we have $1 is to 4 quarters. Does that equal $3 to 12 quarters? So how can we check if these are equivalent fractions? They must equal each other. Well, we can see that from 1 to get to 3, we can multiply by 3, which means that we should be able to multiply 4 quarters also by 3 and get that denominator. So we multiply 4 times 3. It is 12. So therefore, since they were increased by the same amount, 1/4 does equal 3 over 12. And we know when we see that $1 is 4 quarters, $3 is 12 quarters, so this is proportional because we have two equal fractions. And you can actually see this in the reverse way by looking at how can we get from 3 to 1, and that is by division. 3 divided by 3 is 1, right? Which means if you divide this by 3, we should be getting that number. 12 divided by 3 is 4. Looking at it either way, by multiplication or division, we can determine if they're equivalent fractions. Let's look at example number 2. We have 3 red M&Ms to 5 yellow M&Ms. Is that equivalent to 6 red M&Ms over 9 yellow M&Ms? So if we see 3 can go to 6 by multiplying by 2, right? If we multiply by 2 down here, is that 9? Well, 5 times 2 is 10. So for these to be equivalent fractions, this should have been 10 yellow M&Ms, which means these are not proportional to each other because 5 times 2 is not 9. So these two are not equivalent fractions, which means they're not proportional. And again, with this one, we could look at it the other way by looking at the inverse operation of multiplication. We can do division, and we can see that 6 we can divide by 2, and it'll give us the 3, which means 9 divided by 2 should give us the 5, but it doesn't. So that's why we still get to the same conclusion that these two fractions are not proportional because they are not equal to each other. So hopefully that was helpful in distinguishing proportional from proportional relationships. And just remember, proportional means two equal fractions. Your girl Lala saying arriba la vida. Subscribe.